This angle is really interesting because Pikachu is just kind of here like, sup. So I'm going to be doing a series on Disney Channel original movies. Now there was like a marathon because it was like 100 Disney Channel original movies or something like that. And I was just reminded that I stopped watching these starting when I was like 12. I guess I just stopped tuning in. And there were a couple on Netflix that seemed pretty interesting. So I decided to watch a couple over the weekend. And I have since, when I'm filming this, I have watched, I saw High School Musical 3, which I'd seen before. And the ones I'd not seen were Lemonade Mouth, Starstruck, and Geek Charming. Now the one I'm going to be talking about today is called Geek Charming. It is based on a book written by Robin Palmer. It stars Sarah Hyland and Matt Prokop, who I remember from High School Musical 3 as Jimmy the Rocket Manzara, and it was released in 2011, so about 5 years ago right now. Our main characters are Dylan Schoenfield and Josh Rosen. The story centers around Dylan Schoenfield, a really dramatic, annoying teenage girl who is running for Blossom Queen, and Josh Rosen, a film student who is entering into a competition to win a scholarship. Now he has to film a documentary, so he decides to base it on Dylan Schoenfield, the world's most annoying teenager. It's supposed to be an expose on popularity, so he picks Dylan as a subject, and as you can guess, shenanigans ensue. Now I would recommend watching this if you haven't, because it is worth watching, but there's something tricky about this one. Now Josh decides to start following Dylan around and do a documentary about her, and he realizes right away how sad and shallow her life actually is. He gets tired of her antics and calls her out for being a diva, and she calls him out for being a geek or something like that, I don't know. But as he has no other entry into the film festival, he decides he's going to do his documentary on her anyway. The two of them somehow become best friends. Turns out Dylan is actually very, very smart, but she turns it off because she wants to fit in with the popular people. And she ditched her best friends from grade school because they were smarter than her, or she thought they were better than her, so she decides to hang out with people that are not as great as her. She calls herself a reformed dork, and that is kind of confusing to me. This is one of those movies like in High School Musical where the stereotypes are very, 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 very extreme. And everything in this movie seems really extreme and over the top. In the first like half of the movie, Dylan's behavior is inexcusable. Like, I wanted to like her character at the end, but I just remembered all the stuff she put our characters through at the very beginning of the movie. And I almost don't, it's like you want to redeem a character, but your character's done so much stuff that's annoying that like you don't care anymore. You don't want to like that character. And that's how I felt about Dylan. I wanted to be happy at the end of this film when she ditched her new friends and went back to her old friends and decided that friendship is more important than popularity. But I just couldn't because her behavior was so annoying. And then we were supposed to like Dylan because her friend Josh is a film geek. His style was not that great. He had like a beanie, he had graphic t-shirts like I'm wearing, he wore jeans, and you know, he just didn't clean up that well. He had moppy hair, so she decides to give him a makeover, and it's viewed as a nice thing because she says it's not a crime to want to look nice. And he likes how she does his hair after that. He likes the clothes and the shoes she's bought him. But his friends think that he's changed as a person, which, you know, I feel like she was trying to make him fit her mold so she didn't feel guilty about being friends with him. It was something weird. She was trying to help him, but in her way of helping him, she was trying to make him more like her. So she was inviting him to parties, she was trying to make him better, but I don't necessarily think that's better. That's trying to change someone so you like them more and not so they like themselves more. It was really confusing. The messages they were trying to get across. I see that Dylan is generous in this film because she does all this to help Josh, but I don't think those actions were necessarily helping him. This movie's really confusing in that regard. So basically it's change who you are, but don't change who you are. And Dylan's behavior got really, really ugly. She was talking about her friends while they were standing right next to her. She was saying how she hangs out with them because they're not as smart and they're not as cool, and it makes herself seem more important. We're supposed to relate to Dylan because her mother passed away and she wants to be Blossom Queen because her mother was Blossom Queen and that's her only way of connecting with her. That does not seem quite right, and I don't think that excuses the behavior that she has in the beginning of the film. Still, some of the performances were good. I think of the scene where Dylan is talking about being Blossom Queen because her mother was Blossom Queen, and that was a really good performance, and I really enjoyed that part. And I did enjoy Matt Prokop's performance with Josh Rosen. I thought he played the role really well. They were adorable together at some points, but other points just not so much. And that's how I feel about this movie. There are good parts, and you can see what they're trying to do, but I feel like the way they put it across comes across as very almost catty. It's like Josh wasn't good enough before, I don't know, something about this movie just seems a little weird. And then there's some other stuff surrounding the movie. Sarah Hyland and Matt Prokop had a relationship following this movie. They actually met on the set of High School Musical 3, auditioning for the film back in like 2007 or 2008. And they dated for 5 years, but recently Sarah Hyland got a restraining order against Matt Prokop because he allegedly attacked her and choked her out. That's a little weird hearing after I watched this film, because here are two leads that you think are really cute together, and then you find out that one of them has attacked the other person in real life. That's a little weird. With all that being said and all the negative comments I have about this film, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed several performances, and you can see what they were trying to get across with be yourself, know who your real friends are. It's not about how many friends you have, but how your friends actually are. But with that being said, it seems a little weird, especially Dylan's behavior towards Josh, even up and towards the end of the film. It seemed like Josh was the one to change. But I did enjoy some of the performances. I really liked the throwback to 2010 with Hey Princess by All Star Weekend in one of the segments. I love that song. This movie was really cute, and you don't go into Disney Channel movies expecting things to be realistic. I don't know how many people thought High School Musical was what high school was actually going to be about. I didn't really, but I know a lot of people probably went to high school thinking, oh, this is what it's going to be like, it's going to be great. This is not realistic. This is a Disney Channel movie. So those were my thoughts on Geek Charming. I want to do more Disney Channel original movie vlogs. I plan on reviewing Lemonade Mouth, as well as Starstruck, and probably others that I haven't gotten to in a while, or ones that I grew up watching. I don't think I'll be able to do all of them, but I'll definitely do some that I really liked or didn't like so much. So it's just really like a pick and choose kind of thing. Now, what are your thoughts on this movie? Let me know down in the comments, please. And you can check me out on Instagram, and that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next vlog. Bye!